welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're absolutely exhausted from trying to lower your blood sugar and you're just not seeing the results you deserve, I want you to know you're definitely not alone. We're diving straight into some seriously fascinating discoveries today, uncovering the hidden corporate marketing traps that are secretly keeping you from hitting those health goals.
It's incredibly frustrating, right? You might literally be sitting there asking yourself, why on earth isn't my blood sugar dropping even though I've given up sweets? You've put in all the hard work, you've cut out the cake, you've said no to chocolate, and yet the metrics on your latest checkup just aren't budging. It feels completely unfair.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to break down the top 10 hidden food traps by analyzing their core biological mechanisms. Here's what we're covering. 1. The real reason efforts fail. 2. Zero fiber and health myths. 3. Bad fats and insulin resistance. 4. The worst blood sugar combos. And finally, 5. Smart choices, not restrictions.
Section 1. The real reason efforts fail.
I really want to emphasize this right out of the gate. Your efforts are absolutely not the problem here. Your lack of progress isn't laziness, and it certainly isn't a lack of willpower. You just lack the correct information. The reality is, you've simply fallen into some incredibly clever traps set by healthy food marketing. But today, we're going to fix that.
Section 2. Zero fiber and health myths.
So let's look at our first group of offenders. These are liquids and everyday treats that look healthy, but have actually been stripped of their fiber. Take fruit juice, for example. The crucial fiber break has been completely removed. Veggie uses, well, the commercial heating process actually destroys the vitamins you wanted in the first place. Cafe lattes secretly hide casein and lactose, which are dairy proteins and sugars that can trigger gut inflammation. And that colorful fruit yogurt is, honestly, often just liquid sugar syrup hiding behind a health halo.
So the crucial point is this. Think of fruit juice as basically an IV drip of concentrated liquid sugar. But if you eat a whole apple with the skin on, you keep that vital dietary fiber totally intact. That fiber acts as a natural brake, and it safely, steadily slows down the sugar absorption in your gut.
The good news is you really don't have to give up delicious food. You just need to swap it. Instead of that highly sweetened fake healthy fruit yogurt, try unsweetened soy yogurt with frozen blueberries. It's a smart, gut-healing alternative that absolutely does not sacrifice a single ounce of flavor.
Section 3. Bad fats and insulin resistance.
Now we're shifting to a really stealthy dietary trap, insulin resistance. This happens when your cell's keyholes actually get rusted by bad fats, locking out insulin and trapping sugar right there in your bloodstream. Basically, poor quality oxidized oils cause chronic inflammation, literally rusting your cellular machinery and blocking insulin from doing its job of clearing sugar out of your blood.
And here is exactly where those bad fats love to hide, in what we call the fried trap. Coming in at rank number 10 is kakiyage, which is vegetable tempura, and rank number 4 is karage, or fried chicken. As it turns out, their batter acts like a giant oil sponge packed with inflammatory omega-6s. These oxidized oils create harmful advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, causing long-term damage to your pancreas over time. So for your next noodle shop visit, try the super simple, actionable swap. Trade the kakiyage soba, that oxidized oil sponge, for wakame seaweed and mushroom soba. You completely remove the insulin-blocking oxidized fats and replace them with a massive dose of protective, blood sugar buffering fiber.
Section 4. The worst blood sugar combos.
All right, this brings us to the absolute most dangerous category of everyday meals. It's the perfect biological storm, the triple combo of danger. Step 1, refined carbs, like white flour or white rice. Step 2, bad oils, like cheap frying oil or store-bought roux. Step 3, fast eating, like slurping your food without chewing. Combining these three creates a massive metabolic spike your body simply cannot handle. Let's look at two major culprits of this combo. Dango, a traditional sweet at rank 5, and convenient deli bread at rank 3. Dango uses a specific starch called amylopectin that digests almost instantly. Plus, it's covered in pure sugar. Deli breads rely heavily on those bad, oxidized oils combined with refined wheat. It's exactly these highly absorbable flours and fats that ruin your afternoon focus and trigger that terrible post-meal crash.
Now here is a really shocking one. Rank number 2
curry rice. Store-bought curry roux isn't just spices, guys. It is mostly refined flour and bad oxidized oil. Pour that over a massive plate of white rice, and you have the ultimate triple threat. You are essentially drinking liquid flour and bad oil poured directly over refined carbs. No wonder it causes such extreme post-meal sleepiness and brain fog.
Now, here's a totally fascinating concept. The temperature of your food actually matters. This brings us to alpha starch. When starches are heated, their molecular structure fundamentally changes, so they are instantly absorbed by your body, just like liquid sugar. It perfectly illustrates why simply heating your food actually changes how dangerous it is to your health.
Which leads us to the #1 worst offender on our list, warm noodles. Specifically, kake soba or udon. Because it's served warm, that alpha starch drastically speeds up absorption. Plus, let's be real, they're usually slurped down rapidly without chewing and served plain, meaning a complete lack of fiber and protein to act as a metabolic brake. It is an absolute blood sugar nightmare.
But the fix is incredibly simple. While warm kake soba gives you that instant alpha starch absorption, simply choosing cold soba changes everything. Chilling the noodles actually creates resistant starch. This completely alters how your body digests the food, naturally buffering the blood sugar impact. It's the exact same base food, but a totally different biological response.
Section 5. Smart choices, not restrictions.
Let's completely shift our mindset away from endless, depressing dieting. Stop starving yourself and start making informed, powerful food combinations. That is the ultimate core takeaway of this explainer. You don't need to quit eating everything you love. You just need to combine foods with fiber, avoid those hidden bad fats, and pay a little attention to preparation. To show you how incredibly powerful small choices can be, consider this: 11%. Research shows that simply switching your daily cafe latte to black coffee can actually reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes by 11%. That's a massive return on investment for one tiny, empowering swap that takes zero extra time.
I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Your efforts were never wrong. You just needed a little knowledge as your ally. Your past struggles weren't a failure of willpower at all. You are now armed with the correct biological understanding and the practical tools to finally take real control of your health.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I have a provocation for you. What hidden blood sugar trigger will you replace at your very next meal? Think about the concepts and swaps we discovered today, make that informed choice, and start transforming your health right now. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll see you in the next one.